Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. Back in the saddle. Back on track, and thanks for coming to the first one back. I was out of commission for so long, I'm wondering if anybody's going to remember that I have these virtual piano bars. But anyway, happy to be back. I just got back from 6 months on Mackinac Island, and I wish I had more pictures to show you. But I do have some videos I'll have to get together for the future. And a reverb on here. So, yeah, I know those of you out here who know some of the regulars here, Amy is on a business trip, and she probably won't be able to be here to peek in too much. And I don't know about anybody else, if any of the regulars are going to check in tonight or not, but I'm going to be here playing some songs. And when I was up on Mackinac Island, I played at a place called the Cupola, and it was a beautiful place. You can see videos of it on my YouTube channel, Sandner Music. And I did a Sinatra tribute every Tuesday evening, so I got my chops going on some of the Sinatra stuff. Of course, I always did a lot of Sinatra anyway. And Frank Sinatra's birthday is coming up, December 12th. I'm probably going to have a special that night. But let's start off with the Frank Sinatra tune, okay? Those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that drives my conscience bare its witchcraft. And I've got no defense for it, the heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I would not switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. 'Cause there's no nicer witch than you. Wicked witchcraft, oh wicked witchcraft. Hello, Barbie. If you're still there in the audience, I can see some of the comments you send me. I think I can see the YouTube comments also, but we'll see if that works along the way. Here's a Cole Porter song called Begin the Begin. Cole Porter. Here's another song by Cole Porter that I hadn't done much all summer, but it was introduced to me by a musician I met out over the phone. I never met him in person. And he was from the San Francisco Bay Area, and I'll think of his name by the time the song's over. It's called You Are Everything to Me. You Are Everything I Love. You are to me everything, my life to be everything. When in my sleep you appear, gray skies of deep blue appear. Each time our lips touch again, I care for you oh so much again. You are my shining star, my haven in heaven above. You are everything I love. You are to me everything, my life to be everything. When in my sleep you appear, gray skies of deep blue appear. Each time our lips touch again, I care for you oh so much again. You are my shining star, my haven in heaven above. You are everything. You are everything. You are everything I love. Yeah, we're going through some Cole Porter tunes. Keep it going. More Cole Porter, yeah. Oh, get out of town before it's too late, my love. Get out of town, be good to me, please. Why wish me harm? Why not retire to a farm and be contented to charm the birds of the trees? Just wish me well, I care for you much too much. When you are near, close to me, dear, we touch too much. The thrill when we meet is so bittersweet that, darling, it's getting me down. On your mark, get set, get out of town. town before it's too late, my love. Get out of town, be good to me, please. Why wish me harm? Why not retire to a farm and be contented to charm birds off the trees? Just wish me well, I care for you much, too much. When you are dear, close to me, dear, we touch too much. The thrill when we meet is so bittersweet that, darling, it's getting me down. On your mark, get set, get out of town. 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 Cole Porter. Yeah, we could do Cole Porter for quite a while and have some fun with that. Hey, Ginger and Christopher is in the audience, I see. Guys, thanks for showing up. I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some get their kicks from cocaine. I'm sure that if I took even one sniff, it would bore me terrifically too. I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's plain to see you obviously don't adore me. Get no kick in a plane, flying so high with some girl in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. I get a kick out of you. Get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's plain to see you obviously don't adore me. I get no kick in a plane flying so high with some girl in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. I get a kick. I get a kick. I get a kick out of you. All right, we're jamming. Jim Scheffler is in the house. He says, "Hi, Steve." No, he says, "Okay." All right. Must be okay. That's a little comment from YouTube. You guys who are on Facebook probably can't see the YouTube comments. So that's Jim Scheffler, old buddy from days gone by. Jim Scheffler, want to mention something. I'm thinking of my next recording project as being a tribute to Chet Baker Sings. You know, that album that it was kind of a trendy thing. All those people who used to go to the Wonder Bar, were all kind of into it at the same time. It's just a classic jazz album with Chet Baker singing. I'm thinking of doing a recreation of the same tunes on the album, but who would I get to play trumpet on an album like that? You'd have to have just the right trumpet player, somebody who's not necessarily a hot shot, but who has the melodic sensitivity to play that kind of stuff. So think about that. Who would you get? Of course, you got anyway, that's just a thought, something to think about. We got Art Davis, in Chicago. He's excellent. Not sure if he's exactly the right. Yeah, let me do a Chet Baker tune right now. Let's get lost in each other's arms. Let's get lost. Let them send out alarms, and though they'll think us rather rude, let's tell the world we're in that crazy mood. Let's defrost in a romantic mist. Let's get crossed off everybody's list to celebrate this night we found each other. Ooh, let's get lost. Oh, let's get lost in each other's arms. Let's get lost. Let them send out alarms, and though they'll think us rather rude, we'll tell the world we're in that crazy mood. Let's defrost in a romantic mist. Let's get crossed off everybody's list to celebrate this night we found each other. Ooh, let's get lost. Let's get lost. That's some of the greatest lyrics of any jazz tune or pop tune. Hey, we got a request for Autumn in New York. That's appropriate. Yeah. Nice to slow down the pace a little bit here. It's autumn in New York. Why does it seem so inviting? Autumn in New York, it spells the thrill of first nighting. Glittering crowds and shimmering clouds in canyons of steel. It's making me feel Autumn in New York is often mingled with pain. May comfort chanting means it's autumn in New York. I'd love to live it again. It's autumn in New York that brings the promise of new love. Autumn in New York is often mingled with pain. Dreamers with empty hands may sigh for exotic lands, but autumn in New York, I'd love to live it again. Yeah. So, yeah. So just got done with 6 months on Mackinac Island. I think I had about, maybe 4, 5, or 6 days off the entire summer. It was a long haul, but it's nice to be back at the virtual piano bar again, and I'm going to try to be as regular as I can about it, unless I get a real gig, and then all bets are off. But so far, I'm not pursuing that really heavily right now. Just working on some things here in my studio. You see my nice studio here with the bar in back of me, and I've got a drum set back there and a PA, and actually that's all fake, by the way, but string bass, it looks real, but it's really fake. I'm going to play one more song before I have a little break and have a little toast, a little glass of wine, and another autumn song might be in order, the falling leaves drift by my window, the autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, your summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long. Soon I'll hear old winter song. I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. The falling leaves drift by my window, the autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, your summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long. Soon I'll hear old winter song, but I'll miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. When autumn leaves start to fall. All right, Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. Well, thank you all for showing up who did, and I'm just going to have a little, take a little break by union regulations, of course. I already opened the bottle of wine last night, so I couldn't wait. So, just going to have, and I won't pour it over the piano. Take it over back. Like that. There. So what else is new with you guys? Wednesdays and Sundays looks like are the best nights for me to at least try to keep this going again. Went back for a visit to Mackinac Island on Monday only because I had extra ferry tickets left. Well, two reasons. My son Chris hadn't been there all summer, and I had some extra ferry tickets, and it was a nice day weather-wise. So we went back over to the island as tourists and took a walk and ate some fudge and had a good time. Had lunch at the only restaurant, one restaurant open, which is the Mustang Lounge. They're open all year on Mackinac Island. Mackinac Island has 450 to 500 people who stay there year-round, stay there all winter. That's the same number of horses they have at peak season. June, July, August, there's about 500 horses on the island. These are just some of the facts that I picked up there. The island is 8 miles in circumference if you ride around the island. It's not a perfect circle, but it is 8-mile trip around the circumference of the island. And I did that a couple of times this summer. It has some hills. If you want to go to the interior of the island, you have to go up some steep hills. It's a beautiful island because the views of the water are just spectacular. And the view from where I played, where I worked, at the piano bar at the top of the Grand Hotel was just spectacular. So anyway, cheers to everybody. Happy Halloween and happy holidays that are coming up. We're kind of in no man's land right now in between the holidays, but okay. My next gig is going to be Saturday night, and I'm playing for a fundraiser for a theater in Sheboygan, Michigan. There's also a Sheboygan, Wisconsin, and there's a Sheboygan, Michigan. They're spelled differently. I think Sheboygan, Wisconsin is a little bit bigger, although Sheboygan, Michigan isn't too bad. So I'm playing for this fundraiser, and it's a collection of James Bond themes sung by 3 different female singers. We're going to do at least 7. And I'm going to do a James Bond theme that is not on our song list for this Saturday night, but I'm going to offer to do it. It's a Paul McCartney and song that was done for the James Bond movie Live and Let Die. I'm going to give it a try. I'm practicing on you. You're my guinea pigs tonight, so thanks for listening. When you were young and your heart was an open book, used to say, live and let live. But if this complicated world we live in is you give up and sigh, say, live and let die. Live and let die. Live and let die. Live and let die. So what's it to you? If you got a job to do, you gotta do it well. You gotta give the every brother fella hell. I need practice on this one. To say, live and let live. You know you did. When you were young and your heart was an open book, you used to say, live and let live. You know you did, you know you did. And if this complicated life which we live in makes you give in and cry, say, live and let die. Live and let die. Okay, that's why I practice on you guys. I can make all my mistakes now. And when I perform it in front of a large live audience, I'll have had some practice behind me. Oh well, I need another drink of wine after that one. Anyway, I'll keep working on that one. It's not exactly my wheelhouse. It's not a jazz tune. Didn't do too much blues while I was on the island, but I'm going to do blues right now. It's a great old standard. Well, I hate to see that evening sun go down. I hate to see that evening sun go down. 'Cause my St. Louis woman left the St. Louis town. Well, I'm feeling tomorrow like I feel today. Feeling tomorrow like I feel today. Gonna pack my bags, I'm gonna make my getaway. St. Louis woman with her diamond ring drags that man around by her apron string. Apron strings. Went for the powder or for the store-bought hair. Then that man she loved would not have gone nowhere, nowhere. I got the St. Louis blues, just as blue as I can be. That girl girl's got a heart like a rock cast into the sea. Or else she wouldn't have gone so far from me. St. Louis woman with her diamond rings drags that man around by her apron strings. Yeah, yeah. Went for the powder, for the store-bought hair. Then that man she loves would not have gone nowhere. I got the St. Louis blues, blue as I can be. The girl's got a heart like a rock cast into the sea. Or else she wouldn't have gone so far from me. Playing the blues. And just having a little sip of wine here. Got about this much more to play in me. I sure like the virtual piano bar schedule of just playing, an hour, maybe even less tonight. I'm just going to do one or two more songs actually, and get back on track, pick myself up again, get back in the race. That's a good Frank Sinatra song, by the way. One of the popular songs on the island was this one, a Sinatra song. As we looked out at the view across Lake Huron, we saw the ripples on the water, with the Mackinac Bridge in the background. The summer wind came blowing in across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and we strolled the golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, like painted kites, the days and nights went flying by. The world was new beneath a blue umbrella sky, but softer than a piper man. One day he called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. Autumn wind, the winter winds have come and gone. Still the days days, the lonely days go on and on. Guess who sizes lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind, the summer wind, the summer wind. And then every night, almost every night, I would end with this song. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see sky of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day, dark sacred night. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying. I'll watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah. All right, thank you for coming to the comeback after 6 months of Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you this Sunday. Wednesdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern seems to work. I know there's a time change coming up, which might make things different for Arizona and or Hawaii. But have a good night, everybody. I think the World Series game is on tonight. The Phillies are the surprise team coming up. They've gone ahead of the Houston Astros, so we'll see what happens tonight. It's going to be interesting. So thanks everybody for watching. Barbie, Ginger, Jim Scheffler, and anybody else who didn't get a chance to say hi in the chat. If you're sitting back there listening and watching, appreciate your coming.